On the 5th day of Christmas is such a pain to me. 5 months of bills. Sending Christmas cards, hangovers, fixing up these lights, and finding a Christmas tree. Hey everybody. Well, need to get into the whole Christmas season, and I know some of you are wondering, even though I'm getting into the whole Christmas spirit, why am I wearing a Grinch shirt? It's because there's something, I got a message from Santa Claus, and Santa Claus himself told me that the world has the right to know about other things that goes on in different countries, especially on Christmas. So what I have here, I have a little list. I got a little list, A society offenders will be very underground, and they never will be missed, they'll never will be missed. Anyway, I'm the multi-voice reviewer. I have many voices, but one opinion. And today I'm going to do... today's society, there are a lot of kids and people who are so horrible and mean today that I think the society should know about Christmas monsters. Ones that can pretty much teach kids to behave themselves or they'll get you. We always have our shares of boogeyman, but I think it's time for the Christmas boogeyman to be heard. So what I have here is a top 12 Christmas monsters in top 10 Christmas monsters. Top 12. Why top 12? Because it's Christmas, duh! So I'm gonna top it all off with the number 12. It's none other than... Marie Lloyd. Now, I know what you're thinking. This looks really creepy. But believe it or not, this here is a zombie horse. As you can tell from the skull, it's a horse. And it's from South Wales in England, UK. South Wales. One thing I heard about this Marie Lloyd. Anyway, she is a zombie horse who comes to life on Christmas and also communicate with all the other dead people who died during Christmas. And she haunts kids, whoever misbehaves out there. So I decided to start this one on the bottom. So beware Marie if you're in South Wales. Now coming in 11 is none other than the Straggles. Now, the Straggles are a group of demon-like monsters. Any kids who misbehave, he will find them and tear them apart and probably eat them. Yeah, there are some dark sides. And they serve to a Christmas witch, which is in my list, and I'm going to get to her later. So, beware the Straggles. They'll come for you. Now coming in number 10 is none other than Gryla, the Yule Witch. Now, one thing you should know about her, that her origin came from the old ancient pagan tradition before the paganism got into Christianity. And she's from Iceland. Now, Gryla, she is an evil, demonic witch from Iceland, and what she does, if she hears that there are rotten, evil kids out there, she'll creep into their house and eat them alive. So she's pretty much a cannibalistic witch. I wonder, did the Grimm's brother got the idea from Hansel and Gretel? Who knows? Anyway, coming in number 9 is none other than Jolakotturinn, the Yule Cat. Now, she's with Gryla. She is Gryla's pet cat. But unlike other cats you can think, this cat is giant. As you can see from the picture, she's about bigger than the guy that she's stalking. So, any of you kids who decided to misbehave and go out in the snow out in Iceland alone, this Yule Cat, she will find you and attack you like a panther. No mercy. Makes me scared. Now coming in number 8 is none other than Kallikantzaros. Now, one thing you should know about these critters, their origin, it's a little bit common. From Greece to Bosnia to Serbian to Turkey to Macedonian to Bulgaria. So this critter is pretty much a little global there. And one of these things about these critters you should know that they're goblins. And they're really mischievous and very sinister. One thing they want to do is they want to saw every single tree throughout the entire world so they can destroy the world. Yeah, I know, I had some teeth pulled there. I already been to the dentist. And I'll tell you one thing, half of my teeth pulled, I feel like $1 million. Anyway, and one thing about these critters that during Christmas, they like to come out and find anybody who is celebrating Christmas and make their life a living hell. The heck just happened? Anyway, beware of these critters. They're not friendly, these goblins. Maybe they're from a town called Nearbog. Troll 2 reference. Anyway, coming in number 7 is none other than the Yule Lads. Now, you probably know about the 7 dwarves from Snow White, like Sleepy, Bashful, Doc, Dopey, all the others. Well, these Yule Lads, they're from Iceland, and they are in league with Gryla. And they're not that friendly guys. I mean, they are mischievous. And they go by the name exactly what they do. There is Stubby, Spoon Licker, Gruel Gobbler, I guess, Sausage Swiper, Candle Stealer, Meat Hook, Bowl Licker, Gruely Grok, Sheep, Cuckhod, Door Slammer, Window Peeper, Door Slammer, Doorway Sniffer, Doorknob Sniffer, actually, yeah, Doorknob Sniffer, likes to sniff doorknobs, and Pot Licker. And I'm not talking about marijuana pot, I'm talking about a pot you use to cook. I mean, if you cook something and that pot's not clean, well, Pot Licker can find that pot and just very mischievous and kind of pretty much want to create mayhem. So watch out for these Yule Lad because they just love to cause trouble. Now coming in number 6 is none other than the Tomte from Sweden. Now, the Tomte are the really short, dwarf-like characters. Now, they're like about the size of a little child, so they're that small. And now, they can be jolly because they like to creep in your house and fill your stockings with little toys and such. But if you're really, really mean, and if he's not getting his gruel that he likes, some kind of porridge with butter, or whatever that he eats, he'll break into your house, he will destroy all your Christmas decorations, and even kill all your animals. Even though he loves animals, but he thinks mean people don't deserve to have farm animals in their farm. He can be that mean. So, beware of the Tomte. So you better be nice to him, or else he'll be peed. Now, coming in number 5 is none other than Pere Fouettard. Now, he has a really shady origin. He's from France. France. He came from France. And you see some French people dressed up as him on Christmas. One thing you should know about him is that some people call him some people call him Father Whipper, because every time when he finds mean kids, he likes to whip them with his riding crop. Or if you're being really mean or horrible, he'll kidnap you with his sack and take you to his forest, where he give you some extreme punishment. And one thing I also heard about his origin, that he was once a butcher, a cannibalistic butcher who used to kidnap kids and kill them, cook them, and eat them. But one time, when he found 3 boys and he kidnapped them, he was about ready to kill him, but Santa Claus, or St. Nicholas himself, showed up, and he saved their lives. And he decided to spare his by letting him take care of the rotten kids, while Santa Claus handled the good kids. So, beware of Le Pere Fouettard. Now coming in number 4 is none other than Befana, another Christmas witch. Now, unlike the other one where I told you about, the Gryla, she does go after kids who are mean and rotten, and her origin comes from Italy. So she's an Italian. Hey, Italian, a spicy meatball, a pizza, ravioli. But unlike her origin, some people say that her origin started back in the Roman era, where she was a nice, kind, gentle witch who loves kids, and she tries to have kids on her own, but sadly she lost them. And then during the time where Jesus was born, she was there and wanted to take care of baby Jesus. And as a thankful gift to Jesus, that he gave her, letting her become the Christmas witch who handles bad kids. So you better watch with this witch. Or, she'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too. Sorry. Once an Oz fan, always an Oz fan. And I mean the Wizard of Oz, not that prison show I hate. Now, coming in number 3 is none other than Belsnickel from Germany. Now, unlike the Pere Fouettard, his origin is a little similar. He likes to go around whipping kids who misbehave, except he wears a mask, and he likes to, he'll give toys to kids who are behaving, but with the bad kids, he likes to whip them, teach them to start being nice and quit being rotten. And of course, some of you pretty much are familiar with Belsnickel because of the episode of The Office where Dwight Schrute, where he dressed up as him in one of the Christmas episode of The Office. I don't know about you, but do you think he'll be perfect to play Belsnickel if somebody decided to make a movie about the Belsnickel? I think he'll be perfect. It's great to have Dwight Schrute, who can be really creepy to kids. Now, coming in number 2 is none other than Frau Pushdown. Frau Pushdown. Now, unlike the other Christmas witch, this one is a really evil one. As you can see here, she has guts in her hands, and she carries a knife and drags rotten kids. And this is the witch who are in league with that one Christmas monster I mentioned. Yeah. The Straggele. These Straggogs work for Frau Pushdown. So, these critters are like the elves to her. They serve her at every whim. And her origin, she came from Bavaria, Austria. And most of her beliefs came from the pagan beliefs. And one thing I heard about her, if St. Nicholas is handling with the good and humble kids, you know what she does to rotten kids, horrible kids? Well, what she can do, she can find them, cut them open, rip their guts out, and stuff their bodies with straw and rocks. That's what she does. So she's a cold-hearted witch. So, better beware for her. Well, that, and of course I remember somebody made a movie about her, and it came from Britain, which it kind of looked like an independent horror movie. They didn't call her Frau Pushdown in the movie. The movie was called Mother Krampus. And they made a sequel, but the sequel had nothing to do with the first one. The first one was more into Frau Pushdown's legacy. But speaking of Krampus, coming in number 1 is none other than Krampus, the one who needs no introduction. The Christmas demon who would like to whip rotten, horrible kids who are misbehaving with his switch that he carries. And he also has chains so he can chain up the kids, put them in a sack, and drag them into his special hell. And thank goodness when they made this movie, I started to get into the whole Christmas demon stuff and Christmas monsters. And I'm starting to respect Christmas the way it is and decided not to be mean or horrible. Last thing I need is to have Krampus coming after me. Now, if any of you ever seen my Krampus review, good for you. If some of you haven't, I'm going to send a link down below so you can watch it. But number 1 Christmas monster of all time is, of course, Krampus. And this movie is still spot on awesome. Sorry, awesome. The movie is awesome. And don't get me started with the other Krampus movies. I mean, look at these Krampus movies. Look what they made. I mean, some of them looks independent, some of them looks cheesy. Although, A Christmas Horror Story, he only has 1 appearance in it. Or 2. And I like the one-on-one fight between him and Santa until it turns out it was that one guy's imagination. And then there are some more Krampus movies. Although I heard that Krampus origin is okay. But I prefer this one better. Well, number 1 is Krampus. His origin came from Austria and Belgium and also other European countries. Well, that is my list for the day. Okay, Santa Claus, I done. Are you happy? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Well, I'm very pleased. By the way, multi-voice reviewer, you done a pretty good job for letting people know. You see, kiddies, being Santa Claus is not all that good. Because I've been looking at my list, and I've been seeing bunches of naughty kids out there, and some of them are really naughty. They wouldn't even stop being terrible. Kids these days. And I wish I had my sword with me. But peace on earth. Don't forget I used to be a pirate. Ho, 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 ho. But I thought if you tell the kiddies about all these Christmas monsters in different countries, maybe some kiddies would start straightening up and start being nice for once. We don't need any more horrible, rotten kids out there. Besides, my list is full with them. Anyway, I am totally grateful that you told all the kids out there about all these Christmas boogeymen, so they learn to behave from now on. And of course, you're definitely on my nice list, Mr. Multi-Voice Reviewer. I'm sure I might be able to give you that PlayStation 4 you always wanted. And as for you, you'll better watch out. You'll better not cry. You'll better not pout, 'cause I'm telling you why. Krampus might be coming to your house. Anyway, this is Santa Claus saying, ho, ho, ho. Well, thank you, Santa. Thanks for everything. Well, this is my list for today. And for those of you who enjoyed my Christmas list, please leave a comment down below, hit like and subscribe for more reviews. And I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. And for those of you who don't go by the old Christmas tradition, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. For those of you who are Seinfeld fans, Happy Asbestos. And, well, if Krampus comes over to my town, one thing I would like to say to him. Hey, Krampus, go ahead. Make my Christmas. Well, this is Michael A. Grimm, aka Multi-Voice Reviewer, telling to you all, Merry Christmas.